Hello, my name is Mark Gouger. I'm the PGA Director of Golf and Head Golf Professional out at Timber Creek and Sierra Pines Golf Courses. Today, we're on the 18th, the risk-reward hole out here at Timber Creek on a beautiful winter morning. In this month's conversation, we're going to talk about course management and the designers of the golf course, Billy Casper and Greg Nash, how they set this hole up. And you can play it two ways. You can play it aggressive, or you can play it more conservatively, depending on conditions and how they're speaking to us. Let's look at how they set this hole up. So first thing we're going to look at is a conservative approach. We're on the tee box here, and we see that there is a bunker on the right down there about 230 yards out, and a pond on the left at about the same distance. We have a tree on the left and also bunkers guarding the left side of the fairway. What the designer has done here is he's fattened the fairway right before those two hazards, and also is telling you to be on the right side. This is going to give you the best opportunity for a three-shot play on this par 5 and give you a great opportunity to score, especially in winter when the balls might not be going as far. We might think about this conservative approach. Now, if the weather's right and you're feeling good that day that you're hitting the ball well, you might take a more aggressive approach. You can see how the fairway narrows down right in the middle between those two hazards. If we take the aggressive approach, we're going to have to be pretty accurate and go right down the middle of the fairway, and long as well, so we don't bring these hazards into play. A dimple off or a degree off in your club face, that could mean adding strokes to your score. Either right into the trees, left into the pond. This is an approach that you want to make sure you're hitting the ball well and you have the conditions for it. Okay, so here we are down in a fat part of the fairway. Something the designer has shown us this is an ideal place to be if we're playing conservatively. I've taken a hybrid or maybe a 3-wood off the tee to put myself in this great position. You can see that I'm short of the bunker on the right, and also there's the water on the left in case I had pulled it a little bit that I'd be short of also. Our next shot, we're going to look to another fat part of the fairway right before the creek at about 150 to 160 out. Again, we've put ourselves in a good spot to have a nice angle so that we have a good look at the green, and the way the green is designed as well is how this designer wants us to play the golf course. Billy Casper and Greg Nash, they just don't put stuff out here randomly. They do it for a purpose, so make sure you listen to the designer and what he's saying to you on all of your shots. So here we are in a landing area that you might be in if you've taken the aggressive approach. The fairway here is about 20 paces across. You can see how you need to be hitting it well and have the right conditions to get into this area. However, if you take the aggressive approach and hit a good shot, this gives you an opportunity to possibly go for the green in 2. A real good scoring opportunity. But also, you can tell if you're off slightly, well, now we've added a lot of strokes to our score. Since Billy Casper and Greg Nash have made this landing area so narrow, think this through on whether you're hitting the ball well and what kind of conditions are there. It does give you an opportunity to score, but it's also going to be an opportunity for a disaster on the scorecard as well. Okay, now we're back in a place for the conservative player, the conservative play today on 18. The fairway is wider here, and it's what the designer is telling us again. This is a great place to land, to have a nice shot into the green. The green is designed a certain way too. It's going to slope from right to left. We're going to see a few things when we look down there. There's a bunker on the right-hand side telling us to be left. And there's also bunkers behind. So we want to be either short left for conservative if we miss, or a little bit short and left of the pin for an uphill putt for a birdie. That's our best play from here. There's a creek right here. So we want to make sure that we don't have to be too precise. We want to lay back a little bit of that in this fat area of the fairway. Something from 150 to 160 gives us a nice look at the green. Most of our players are going to be using some sort of a mid-iron here, maybe a short iron, maybe something a little bit longer depending on your handicap. But this is the conservative play from here. If we look over the creek, that might be the aggressive play. When we were in the narrow fairway there, it's going to narrow down again. It's going to give us a better opportunity to score. But again, know the conditions and know the way you're playing to make sure that you get over this 30-yard creek. Once again, look at how the hole is framed. Look at how the designer is telling you to play it. Hit your shot, and let's get a good score on number 18. Well, we've made it to the green. Whether you've played it conservatively or aggressively, there's certain things that we want to look for on this green. It definitely goes from right to left. We have a creek over here that we can see, and that can tell you how things are going to drain and how the green's going to be moving. We also have bunkers over here on the right side. This is where the designer is telling you, don't be over here. So the miss is definitely short and left. We'll have an uphill chip, or if we're short and left on the green, we'll have a nice uphill putt for birdie. Whether you've played the hole aggressively or conservatively, we definitely want to listen to the course designer for best course management out here and to get the best score on your scorecard. Enjoy the 18th hole next time you come out here. Look for these things, and I think you'll enjoy your game much more. Check out the coupon at the bottom of the page. This month we're going to give away a sleeve of 50/50 Wilson golf balls with every full paying round. Thanks so much. We'll see you next month.